You are way too casual about how you pack your medication. The TSA isn't trying to ruin your vacation. But if your medication looks suspicious, is packed lazily, or breaks the new rules for 2026, they will pull it. They will question it. And in some cases, it does not make it onto the plane. And for a lot of you watching, if your heart meds, your insulin, or your pain management doesn't fly, you don't fly. Checked bags get lost. They get delayed. Sometimes they don't even make it onto your flight. Now imagine your blood pressure pills, or insulin, sitting in that missing suitcase. Disaster. Always keep medication in your carry-on. It stays with you. It's accessible mid-flight. And it can't vanish into some airport black hole. Rule number 1. If you need it, it never leaves your side. In the US, TSA doesn't care. You can use a weekly pill organizer. But here's the catch. Mystery pills can slow you down. Original pharmacy bottles, they're faster, easier, and leave no questions. Flying internationally, no debate. Organizers are a red flag. Customs want labels, your name, and doctor info. So, inside the US, organizers are fine. Abroad, bottles only. Period. Forget the 3.4-ounce rule. In 2025, medical liquids are exempt. Cough syrup, insulin, prescription creams, gel packs, all allowed. The secret? Separate and declare. Pull them out in a clear bag. Tell TSA, these are medical liquids. They'll screen them separately, or even do a visual check if you ask. Hide them? You'll trigger a bag search. Declare them? You fly through with zero stress. Yes, you can bring syringes, but they must travel with the medication therefore. Insulin vials, EpiPens, inhalers, all are allowed. Keep them in a hard case for safety. Wearing a pump or CGM? Just tell the TSA officer. You don't have to remove it. And here's a hidden gem. The TSA Cares program. Call 72 hours before your flight, and they'll assign help to guide you through security. Loose pills in a Ziploc? Technically allowed, but risky. If they look suspicious, TSA might pull you aside. Best move? Keep pills in original bottles. Pharmacy label equals instant proof they're legit. For supplements or vitamins, a labeled pill organizer is fine. And remember, security is faster when your meds look organized, not sketchy. The 3.4-ounce rule? It does not apply to medicine. Prescription creams, syrups, gels, even ice packs for insulin, all exempt. But you can't just toss them in your bag. Put medical liquids in a clear pouch, separate from toiletries. Step up to security, declare them, and you're good. Hide them, and you'll trigger a bag search every time. Left your pills at home? Don't panic. Most countries let pharmacies issue an emergency refill, but only if you have proof. A photo of your prescription, a doctor's note, or even the pill bottle label can work. No proof? You're stuck with over-the-counter substitutes. So always snap a picture of your prescriptions before you fly. It could save your trip and your health. Long flight? Tempted to pop a sleep pill with that glass of wine? Bad idea. Alcohol can amplify side effects, making you groggy, dizzy, or even dangerously drowsy. Some medications also clash with melatonin or herbal remedies. The result? Confusion, nausea, or worse. Always check before mixing. Because the wrong combo mid-air isn't just uncomfortable, it's risky. Crossing time zones throws off more than just your sleep. It can mess with your medication schedule too. Many travelers skip doses, thinking they'll catch up later. That's a mistake. Missing critical meds, like for blood pressure or diabetes, can cause serious problems mid-flight. The fix? Talk to your doctor before you travel and adjust your schedule safely. Because airports are stressful enough without a health scare added in. That free drink on the plane might feel tempting, but mix it with certain meds, and you're asking for trouble. Alcohol can amplify side effects like drowsiness, dizziness, or even nausea. On a flight, that's the last thing you want. Some meds and alcohol can even strain your liver or heart. So before you toast with that tiny wine bottle, double check. Sometimes the smartest choice is just sticking with water at 35,000 feet. Think you can just grab your meds at the airport? Bad idea. Airport pharmacies are limited, overpriced, and often don't stock what you actually need. Even simple prescriptions may be unavailable. And if you're abroad, the brand names may be completely different. That quick stop could leave you boarding without your medication. Always pack what you need from home, in the original bottle, so there are no surprises at the gate. Traveling with medication doesn't have to be stressful, but forgetting the rules or leaving things to chance can turn your trip into a nightmare. Keep your pills in original bottles. Pack them in your carry-on, never your checked bag, and always carry a doctor's note if you need larger quantities. Do this and you'll breeze through airports without worry, because the last thing you want is your medicine turning into a security problem. Starting with one that trips up travelers more than you'd expect. Toiletry aerosols like hairspray, shaving cream, and spray deodorant are allowed in your checked bag, but industrial or household aerosols, banned completely. We're talking about spray paint, WD-40, cooking spray, compressed air dusters, and anything with a flammable propellant that isn't a personal care product. TSA knows the difference between Gillette Foamy and Rust-Oleum. If the scanner picks up a non-toiletry aerosol can, your bag gets pulled, opened, and searched. The item gets confiscated, and your bag often ends up delayed. There's an important difference between safety matches and strike-anywhere matches. Safety matches need the special strip on the box to ignite. One book of safety matches is allowed on your person when you fly. Strike-anywhere matches can ignite from friction alone, which means the inside of a suitcase bouncing around in a cargo hold is the perfect environment for them to light up. Strike-anywhere matches are completely banned. Carry-on, checked bag, doesn't matter. They cannot go on the plane in any form. If you've got camping gear or an emergency kit that includes these, take them out before you fly. Don't ruin your entire trip over a 50-cent box of matches. Hikers and outdoor travelers, this one is specifically for you. Bear spray contains concentrated capsaicin or tear gas compounds like CS and CN. If a canister leaks in the cargo hold, it doesn't just affect your suitcase. It can incapacitate the baggage handlers on the ramp. Some airlines do allow a small 4-ounce personal pepper spray in checked luggage if it has a safety mechanism and you specifically declare it at check-in. But bear spray? Most airlines ban it entirely regardless of size, and the policies vary wildly between carriers, so even if one airline allowed it last time, the next one might not. My recommendation is simple. Don't try to fly with it. If you're heading to bear country, buy it when you arrive and leave it behind, or ship it home when you leave. It's not worth the risk of having your entire bag confiscated. You found an amazing bottle of high-proof rum in the Caribbean, or maybe some proper absinthe in Prague, or a jar of local moonshine that your Airbnb host swore was the best in the region. You wrap it in a towel, nestle it in your checked bag, and head to the airport. If that bottle is over 70% ABV, which is 140 proof, it is classified as a hazardous material. To TSA, that's not a beverage, that's fuel. It will be confiscated. You can pack wine, you can pack regular vodka, you can even pack most liquors as long as they fall between 24 and 70% ABV, and they're in containers of 5 liters or less. But the high-octane stuff? Leave it on the island. Or better yet, have the shop ship it to your home address. That vacation souvenir isn't worth a hazmat flag on your luggage. Smokers and outdoor enthusiasts love these plasma arc lighters. They don't use fluid, they use a high-voltage lithium battery to create a purple electrical arc hotter than a flame. You think they're safe because they're flameless, but the TSA classifies them as dangerous arc devices. If the button gets pressed inside your checked bag by shifting luggage, that 100-degree arc ignites instantly. It will burn through your clothes and start a fire in the cargo hold. Because of this extreme risk, they are strictly banned from checked luggage. You can only bring one in your carry-on if it has a special safety latch. Without that latch, confiscated immediately. This is the fastest way to miss your flight and end up in an interrogation room. You might think packing a novelty perfume bottle shaped like a grenade or a funny dynamite alarm clock is a harmless joke. It's not. On an X-ray scanner, density is density. The machine sees the shape of a bomb and the wiring of a detonator. It cannot tell it's a toy. The moment an agent sees that outline, they don't open the bag to check. They shut down the checkpoint and call the bomb squad. Your toy will be destroyed, you will face massive fines, and you could be flagged as a security threat for years. Leave the replicas at home. Smart glasses like the Ray-Ban Metas are exploding in popularity, but wearing them through security is a rookie mistake. These aren't just sunglasses, they are cameras. While not banned from flight, they trigger massive suspicion at checkpoints. TSA agents and customs officers are strictly prohibited from being recorded in secure areas. If the recording light on your frames blinks while an agent is patting you down or checking your passport, you aren't just rude, you are a security risk. They can demand you delete the footage, seize the device for review, or pull you aside for a grueling secondary screening. Put them in the bin, powered off. Number 1 is the most confiscated item in airport history, the power bank. You toss it in your checked bag because it's heavy. Big mistake. Lithium-ion batteries are prone to thermal runaway, meaning they catch fire. If that happens in the cargo hold, the plane goes down. If it charges your phone without a wall outlet, it must go in your carry-on. And check the label. It must be under 100 watt-hours, or TSA will seize it right at the checkpoint. Ladies, listen up. Those fancy new cordless straighteners that run on butane cartridges? TSA hates them. The butane is a pressurized gas. If you put this in a checked bag, it is treated as a hazardous explosive. You can bring one in your carry-on, but it must have a safety cover over the heating element. If you pack a spare butane refill, confiscate it immediately, no exceptions. Seniors love these for cold flights, but they are a trap. The vest itself is just fabric, but the battery pack inside is pure lithium. I see people fold the vest and check it, forgetting the battery is still zipped in the pocket. You can check the vest, but you must unplug and remove the battery and carry it with you in the cabin. Do not leave it connected. So, if you bought a suitcase with a built-in charger or GPS tracker, you really need to be careful. If that battery doesn't pop out, then, well, that bag is not flying. Airlines are stricter than ever about non-removable batteries in 2026. You must be able to eject the battery with just one finger. And if you're forced to gate check your carry-on, you have to rip that battery out before handing it over. If it's stuck, the bag stays behind. These are super popular for anyone with arthritis or poor circulation. But, unlike the old shake-to-activate packets, the electric ones are actually high-density batteries. You need to treat these exactly like a cell phone. They live in your carry-on. Never, ever check them. Now, let's talk about medical gear. Your CPAP machine is expensive, so you carry it on. But what about the spare battery for the flight? Spare medical batteries often exceed the normal size limits. You are allowed to bring them, but they must be in your carry-on and protected from short-circuiting. Use electrical tape over the terminals or keep them in their original box. Never check a loose medical battery. If you use old-school zinc air batteries with the sticker tabs, you can pack those anywhere. But the new rechargeable hearing aid cases? Those have lithium batteries inside the charging case itself. The hearing aids are in your ears, but the charger case must go in your carry-on, not your checked luggage. This is critical. You cannot check a battery-powered POC. The pressure changes in the cargo hold can affect the device, and the batteries are a fire risk. Bring it on board, and ensure you have enough battery life for 150% of the flight duration. Airlines require that buffer in case of delays. This is the most complex rule in travel. If you have a collapsible electric scooter or wheelchair, you cannot just fold it and hand it to the baggage handler. You usually need to disconnect the battery and bring the battery into the cabin with you. The frame goes under. The power source stays with you. Check with your airline 48 hours in advance. Just like the CPAP, the tabletop plug-in nebulizers are fine in checked bags. But the portable handheld ones with built-in batteries, carry on only. If it has a battery you can't see, assume it's dangerous. This one isn't about fire, it's about panic. If your toothbrush turns on inside your checked bag, the vibration sets off alarms. Baggage handlers think it's an improvised explosive device. They will open your bag and tear it apart to find the noise. Tape the power button down or use a hard travel case. Don't let it buzz. Same logic here. A buzzing bag is a suspicious bag. Engage the travel lock if your razor has one. If not, put it in your carry-on so you can prove what it is if it starts making noise. You might think, I'll just read my Kindle at the hotel, so you check it. Don't. Tablets have large, flat batteries that are easily punctured if a heavy suitcase lands on top of them. A punctured battery means a fire. All screens stay in the cabin. It keeps them safe from theft and crushing. There is a huge rumor that Lufthansa and other airlines banned AirTags. They are allowed. The battery inside an AirTag contains only 0.3 grams of lithium. That is well below the danger threshold. You can keep them in your checked luggage to track your bags. They are safe. Finally, the laptop. Sometimes you have to check it because your carry-on is full. If you check it while it's in sleep mode, it can wake up, overheat, and ignite the clothes around it. If you absolutely must check a laptop, power it down completely. Not sleep. Not hibernate. Off. Packing these in the wrong bag isn't just a hassle. It's a safety risk that can cost you thousands in fines. But packing right is only half the battle. You also need to know the new 2026 passport rules that are grounding seniors before they even get to security. Click this video right here to make sure your ID is actually valid. Safe travel.